Heal your body and not your symptoms. Be a survivor, not the victim. Treat your body right.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm living my life that is best, y'all. No stress, good health, I'm blessed, y'all.
Love, peace, and blessings, health conscious community. This is Sakina with Natural Max Health, and once again, I thank you so very much for tuning in today. So I am going to continue my series on reversing illness, reversing sickness, and reversing disease in the body. So if you have been following me for a while, or if this is your first time watching my channel, I gave 3 proven methods to reversing illnesses, disease, and sickness in the body. These ways are proven not only by research, but through my own personal journey. So just a quick recap. The first method is removing toxins and waste from the cells. The second method is proper nutrition. And the third method was not only removing inflammation from the body, but avoiding putting things that causes inflammation into the body. So the last couple of times we met, I was with my good friend here, Boss Jack, and he is very knowledgeable on nutritional blood analysis and enzymes and the role they play in healing our body, the role they play on removing toxins and waste from the cells and expelling waste and things like that, and just how they break down foods. So we are going to continue our discussion on that. So just a quick recap, maybe for someone who missed our first 2 videos. Tell me how enzymes function in the body.
Well, enzymes helps with digestion when you're talking about digestive enzymes. Metabolic enzymes helps with healing the body.
Okay, so what do you mean? Tell my viewers, what do you mean by metabolic enzymes?
It helps to, when I talk about metabolic functioning, I'm talking about healing.
Okay.
Repairing.
Okay.
Regenerating.
Wow. Okay, I love those words.
Okay, yes, those are the things that I'm talking about when you're talking about metabolic functioning.
Rebuilding.
Yes,
rebuilding at the cellular level.
Regenerating.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes, and they do have this. There's just scientists that discovered that the body can actually reverse itself. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to make folks think that I'm a little nutty here, but reverse yourself, reverse your age. It's called the telomere.
Exactly, I've heard of that.
The telomere, yeah.
And the whole purpose of this series is reversing sickness, illness, and disease in the body. So that's it's perfect. Yes,
scientifically proven that it's a chromosome, but it's at the tip of the chromosome. It's called the telomere cap. If you can elongate it, which you do have tests for that,
right?
That extends or reverse your life.
Exactly.
Like the Benjamin Button syndrome, so to speak. Yeah. And it's real.
Wonderful. So now, where are these enzymes? Are they in our tongue? Are they in our pancreas? Where are these magical enzymes?
Enzymes. The body creates it.
Okay.
Without it, we couldn't digest any meal.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, since you said that, and I hate to veer off of where we were, I have a friend of mine, his grandson was born with only 1% of his pancreatic organ.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And one day I was at his house and he saw that I had my digestive enzymes. He asked me, he says, "Where do you get those?" I said, "Well, I bought them." He said, "My grandson used those." I said, "Your grandson used enzymes? How old is he?" He says, "1." "1? Really?" So why is he? He said, "Because he was born without only 1% of his pancreatic organ." And see, if you don't have a pancreas, you use the enzymes to help with digestion. Because the pancreatic organ also secretes the digestive enzymes.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So, these digestive enzymes, I'm trying to understand why we have buildup. Do we not have enough enzymes in our body to break down the food? Do we lose enzymes over time, or how does that work?
Yes and yes. The body, from birth to death, there's only a certain amount of enzymes that the body will secrete. That's why as we age, we're unable to, and like we always say, I just can't eat the stuff that I used to eat when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I have a lot of acid reflux. Acid reflux, when I hear somebody talking about acid reflux, that's the first sign that they're enzyme deficient.
Oh, wow.
This is an automatic thought of mine.
Did you guys hear that? Because I have so many clients complaining of acid reflux.
Oh, that's the easiest thing in the world to get
They just need to get some, tweak their diets a little bit, of course, and get some plant-based digestive enzymes.
Yes, they're enzyme deficient.
Gotcha.
More than likely, I'd say 99% of the times, they're enzyme deficient.
Wonderful.
And mostly, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but most of the people who have those problems are older in age.
Gotcha.
That's because they've already depleted, because they're eating all the time. And see, as a human being, we just want to eat. We love eating.
Comfort, right.
We love eating. We just
social,
eat. And each time we eat, we lose those enzymes.
Right.
So, that's...
And I want to make a point to you guys. Even though I have my own line of products, I do not sell digestive enzymes. At least not yet anyway. So I don't have any profit to make by promoting digestive enzymes. I'm all about healing. My whole logo is heal your body, not your symptoms. So whatever information I have that's going to aid you in healing your body, whatever has worked for me, I am going to share it with you. So I don't have anything to gain by promoting digestive enzymes. It's just when we know better, we do better. And if you know that, you're having, your problem is you're not digesting your food the way you should or wants to, or that you have stored fat deposits and proteins in your blood that digestive enzymes will eat up, then you can do better and you can begin to reverse these sickness and illnesses in your body.
Yes.
So our last video, we talked about how when John Wayne died, he had 40 pounds of fecal matter attached to his colon.
Yes.
And you told us that had he been taking digestive enzymes, he probably, he would not have died prematurely of fecal matter. Exactly how do enzymes, well, first of all, I guess I should ask you, how do we conserve our natural digestive enzymes, the one God gave us? How do we conserve those, first of all? Then we can talk about supplementing.
Well, of course, we know we're not made to live here forever.
Right.
But we like to live healthy as long as we can while we're here.
Right. We want to thrive while we're here. We don't want to be sick. We don't want to have colon cancer. We don't prostate cancer. We don't want to be crawled up in the fetal position, sick, nauseated, throwing up, unable to defecate because we're not digesting our food properly. Yes.
And I know it's so many of us that at my age definitely are struggling with this.
What's your age? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Probably a little bit older than dirt. But we're not going to go there right this minute.
Right.
Anyway, but really, I hadn't had these problems, I guess, 17 years now since I've been doing this. And I've been in my 40s then.
Wow. Okay.
So that I can tell you how old I am.
Yeah, you are. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I think that when I first developed that, those problems where I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat anymore, and when I started taking the digestive enzymes, plant enzymes, it made me, it's kind of spoiled me a little bit because I could eat anything I want, which is not always good.
Right.
But it gives you a confidence that you can live without the stresses of having indigestion, or if you're having acid reflux, and all those things that I was dealing with digestive issues that I was dealing with. But again, as you say, with John Wayne, the 40 pounds that he found were just built up, because see what enzymes will do. It will just, for lack of a better word, it will probably just eat all that stuff off the colon walls, and now you're able to eliminate it.
Gotcha.
See, the body can't feed itself through a coated intestine.
Right.
If it's coated with fecal matter, it's not going to absorb all the nutrients it needs to carry throughout the body and its organs. So that's where enzymes play a role.
So when the colon is full of crap, I guess, for lack of better words, is that then how it gets into the bloodstream? Or,
I'm sorry.
So you said that John Wayne had 40 pounds. Did this then get into his bloodstream?
Well, some I'm sure, but he probably didn't have any. See, the thing about it, when most people are sick, it's probably from a lack of nutrition mostly. They're deficient.
Right.
And the body feeds itself through food. The body heals itself through food.
That's why nutrition is so important.
That's why, and in order for it to get the nutrition that it needs, it has to absorb it.
You have to eat
and
the
how
right
do you
foods.
get it? You get it and you
got
eat
to
it.
eat the right foods.
You eat the foods. Now that's only part of it. Absorbing it.
Yes.
Digesting it.
Yes.
Now people think, oh, I'm eating healthy. I'm eating healthy. They start eating healthy after 40 years. Well, I'm going to get better because I'm eating. But you forgot all that crap that you built up those 40 years.
Yes, yes.
And it's on your colon wall. You've never taken any outside source of enzyme to break it and to clean it out. People say, we use probiotics, but probiotics is great. Great product. But it does not work as fast as digestive enzymes.
Gotcha.
It works in conjunction.
Gotcha. One quick question. I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but I don't want to forget this. So I remember Dr. Sabi used to always say, no disease can be reversed until the colon is cleansed. So when people take colon cleansers and things like that, does just takes the place of digestive enzymes, or does it remove the need for digestive enzymes?
I love Sabi.
That's the
I
no.
wish I had a chance to meet him. No.
Whenever you start with I love somebody.
I wish I had a chance to meet him.
Okay.
Okay. But there are a lot of other people who are doing his work that really doesn't, I don't say they understand, but they really don't express what needs to be expressed to people. Maybe they don't know.
I agree.
Enzymes are the key to life. Okay? You can, well, if that was the case, I'm going to use this one. You can take laxatives, right? Laxatives still doesn't remove everything from the gut.
Right.
Okay? So when you can cleanse, it's a great thing. But you're trying to eliminate, eat it up, for lack of a better word. You're trying to eat it off of the colon walls without destroying the colon walls.
Right.
Enzymatic activity is what it's called. It's energy. But what it's doing is it's eating it.
Gotcha.
And it's now your body can eliminate the fibers.
Right.
And now the body can absorb the nutrients, the bloodstream can absorb the nutrients from that liquid that it leaves.
Okay.
Okay? Because when enzymes break it down, it's going to leave a liquid. But if you got so much fecal matter in the colon and intestines, it cannot absorb the nutrients because you got a bunch of, what you call it, crap?
Yeah, for lack of better words. Yeah.
You got a lot of crap, you can't absorb it. So the body, when you go to a medical professional and they do these tests on you, and they find that you're vitamin D deficient, you may have developed cancer because you're vitamin D deficient. You can absorb the vitamin D. And let's face it, our foods today just does not have the minerals and vitamins that it needs. How it's produced.
Right.
Yeah, my old company, one of my old companies, it develops a hormone to increase the milk that a cow produces.
That don't sound good.
Yeah, and they also do it with corn. I assume that some of your viewers are going to know this company I'm talking about. That is, but still.
Without you even naming it, a lot of them do.
Yeah, right. And so, me working for these places 20 years, making those drugs that you're taking, we had another whole story on that, especially when you talk about metabolic enzymes and how it develops and how it helps and how the body. And I want to say this before we go any further about the enzymes. And I think I may have mentioned this in our conversation before. When we see a meal that we like we hadn't eaten all day long, and we see that meal and all of a sudden our mouth starts to water for it, those are enzymes at work.
Wow.
Because when you think about it, your body's preparing itself to consume that meal. So it's getting the enzymes in the mouth so it can get ready to digest what it can digest in the mouth. By the time it gets down to the gut, you need a totally different atmosphere. Now, how you got a lot of people talking about we need high pH, alkaline water, alkaline, we need alkaline our bodies. Our bodies need to be in a lower pH when you're digesting proteins.
Okay.
Okay? Now the enzymes, the hydrochloric acid that it produces to digest proteins, it's not the acid that digests those proteins, it's the enzymes. But it needs that lower pH atmosphere to activate those protease enzymes to digest that protein, that meat.
Okay.
I hope I'm not talking too much, but
No.
yeah. So there's a lot of things that I know we're just talking about this now to kind of give your viewers a chance to kind of figure it out, which you're here to help them do.
Right.
But there's so many things, and I'm sure we'll get to those things eventually in some other videos.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So now, I remember doing some research, and the research says the digestion process begins when the meal is being prepared.
That's what I was talking about.
And the fact when you just said you start, and they're saying when you go to a restaurant and buy food, you kind of skip, fast food. I mean, if you go sit down at the restaurant, you can smell other people's food and start. But if you go to like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, kind of smells good, even though I don't eat it. It smells good. So, but if you go to some of these places, you skip that part in the digestive process because you're not preparing that food and smelling it and. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. But I don't think that I still understand how we conserve our natural digestive enzymes. I'm not understanding what we need to.
Well, I think I may have touched on that a little bit in one of your videos, but I think it's like anything else, like the body does. It slows the process down when it doesn't need it.
Okay.
Because once you consume an outside source, a nutritional supplement.
So are there ways that we can eat that's going to use less enzymes? Or are some things harder to digest?
Glad you asked that question.
Okay.
Yes, live foods. And I think I may have asked you, you answered this to me earlier, and I was surprised. I don't know why I was surprised that you answered it, but I asked you before, and your viewers may even think about this. When I was coming up as a kid, before we ate, well, maybe not me, but before most people ate, they wanted, they would have a salad.
Right. Even when you go to restaurants,
yes,
they bring out the salad first.
Why? Because it's live, has live enzymes. Once you've eaten that salad, now you got some live enzymes in your body to help you digest the meal that you're getting ready to consume that's cooked.
Right.
See, once you cook your meals, you kill the enzymes in it. Do you know that animal products, if you got a piece of that chicken, I know it's not good for you to eat a raw chicken, right?
No, it's
but
not.
That raw chicken, that raw steak, enzymatic activities in that. You see how people they cook a steak. Just some people says, just turn it over once. Just I want to see it pink. The enzymes are still alive in that meat.
Be that as it may, but
it's not always good.
Yeah, exactly. We're not
blood-borne bacteria. It's not good, but I'm just giving you an example of when you cook your meals, you kill the enzymes in the meal.
Right.
If you use plant-based, you don't kill the enzymes in it. Okay?
Absolutely.
So it's not natural to really cook, or maybe it's not natural for us to be eating meat. Please don't get me in trouble by saying that. I don't want to be Oprah, which is about the beef stuff, but still, on the real side, just to give you an idea.
But not consuming meat or not consuming so much meat will help to conserve your natural digestive enzymes.
Yes.
Eating live foods will help to conserve your natural digestive enzymes. Gotcha.
But each time you eat without putting an outside source enzyme in the body, your body's going to use all the enzymatic activity and produce as much as it can so your body can absorb. Because the body is trying to survive.
Right.
You're not going to put this stuff in me and expect me to work on your illness. I'm going to leave that illness alone for a moment so I can get the stuff out of me. That's what your body's telling you.
Wow.
Okay, and now you're still sick. I'm trying to figure out how to get well. And you can't get well because you're trying to digest. So as you said earlier, fasting. Fasting is one of the best things your body could ever do.
Exactly.
Yes.
And what you said about colon cleansers makes so much sense, because when I mean, most of my viewers know that I'm 2 months shy for being on my healing journey.
Okay.
And one of the first things I did when I got sick was I attempted to clean my colon. And this is my own colon cleanse that I tried. I know exactly what's in it. This is a colon cleanse that my clients loved and said was, you know, a mild colon cleanser, and how it worked effectively, but not over where they were in the bathroom all the time. But when I took it, it was too harsh for me.
Yeah.
And now I'm understanding that it's because I didn't have those digestive enzymes. And even on one of my videos, I explained, I said, I believe that, you know, there's nothing wrong with detoxing. There's nothing wrong with cleansing, you know, your colon, your liver, and things like that. But I feel you need to be healthy before doing that. And which is why I said that fasting, to me, was the best way I found, you know, to help me get over my sickness. And the reason being is because there are so many health benefits. You like increase your growth hormones, you increase your stem cells, just you heal your gut. But more importantly, because I wasn't just consuming food all the time, now the metabolic function, as you said, can begin to heal my body. And another mistake, you know, I made too is sometimes I would be, although I was eating healthy, I was eating good. And sometimes I could be an emotional eater when I was not feeling well. You know, I started having a flare up or, you know, whatever was wrong. A lot of times the way to calm myself down, I would get something to eat. And it was never a donut or a giant steak. Sometimes it may just, you know, be an apple or you know, something like that. But once I ate that apple, my system or my metabolic function had to stop healing my body to digest that food.
That's right.
Is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes it's called default healing when you don't really know. You know, sometimes you can just fall back on some things that you're doing and all say, oh wow, that worked by default. You know, but again, I'm going to always say this: enzymes are the key to life because it's a natural thing. And once you understand the body, understand how it functions, then you can begin to live and enjoy it, especially in your older age and your older age. You can enjoy it and without feeling.
You can thrive.
You can thrive.
Yes. You can
do the
things you love. You can take those vacations. You can go for a walk without having to make sure there's a bench, you know, every few meters away.
Get rid of that acid reflux, indigestion.
Exactly. You don't have to prop up 20 pillows just so you can sleep at night.
Exactly.
You don't have to have pain and things like that. And this is a good stopping place for us for time's sakes. We will talk about how not having these digestive enzymes, how not eliminating properly, causes so much pain in the body, pain and inflammation, which is, you know, the third method. Exactly, the third method I said to reversing illness and disease is not only removing inflammation from the body, but avoid putting things into the body that causes inflammation. Wonderful.
I agree.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, this is great. Learning so much during this journey. I hope you guys are on your health journey too.
Well, we ain't gotten to the meat yet.
Wow. We got to get to the meat of things.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
So, my friends, this is all for now. I hope that you learned something. If you found this information to be valuable or informative, please hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment because it helps with the algorithms. And please share it with someone else who may be on a health journey or who needs to be on a health journey so that they can get the information as well. So until next time, take care, be well, and Lord willing, I will see you all next Sunday. Ta-ta!